Alright guys, hello, welcome to the video. Hopefully you're watching this over the weekend and you're getting some much needed rest and relaxation. So this is a practice quiz. On Monday, you're going to take a real quiz that looks very similar to this for a quiz grade. So hopefully you're doing this one for practice this weekend. Alright, so for the first four, you're going to be graphing. And the first one we're doing is a 90 degrees counterclockwise rotation. Remember, counterclockwise is when you switch the X and Y and then you change the sign of the one on the left. So it's G, P, and C. Okay? The coordinates for G are 0, -1. The coordinates for P are -3, -2. For C, -3, -5. Okay. For a 90 degrees counterclockwise rotation, remember you switch the X and Y and then you change the sign on the left. So G prime, switch them, change the sign on the left. So +1, 0. P prime, X and Y switch places, and the sign changes on the left, so you get +2, -3. C prime, X and Y change places, change the sign on the left. Okay, now we can graph. G prime is +1, 0. P prime is +2, -3. C prime is +5, -3. Okay, and we see that this is a 90 degree counterclockwise rotation. Okay, number 2. Same triangle, so the coordinates are the same. G is 0, -1. P is -3, -2. C is -3, -5. Okay. Now for a 180 degree rotation, like number 2, all you do is change both of the signs. They don't switch places, the X and Y. All you do is change the sign of both numbers. So G prime, the 0 stays 0, -1 becomes +1. For P, -3 and -2 becomes +3 and +2. And for C prime, -3, -5 becomes +3, +5. So let's graph that. 0, 1 is here on the y-axis. 3, 2 is right here. +3, +2. And +3, +5. Up here. And there we go. That is a 180 degree rotation. Okay, number 3, 270 counterclockwise. Remember I said when you see the 270, put 2 X's. X on 270, X on the word. Change it to 90 and change it to the opposite direction. So the counterclockwise becomes clockwise. Okay? Here we only have one point. This point, here's 0. So this point is -4, +4. Point X. In a 90 degrees clockwise rotation, the X and Y switch places. So I just switched them. And then clockwise is this way, so you change the sign of the one on the right. So X prime is +4, +4, which is right there. Okay, number 4, 90 degree clockwise rotation. This is point V, and this is -1 and 4. And guys, on your quiz, you can always write the numbers on the graph. Sometimes it gets confusing if you can't see the numbers. So this one is -1, 4. 90 degrees clockwise rotation, just like the last one. x and y switch places, and you change the sign of the one on the right. So 4, -1, change it to +1. And that is right here. Yep, so it went 90 degrees to the right, clockwise. Okay, number 5. 270, that is your cue to put 2 x's. 270 counterclockwise becomes 90 clockwise. So the -8 and the 2 have to switch places. And then clockwise is this way, so we change the sign of the one on the right. So it's +2, +8. Okay, number 6, 90 degrees counterclockwise. Counterclockwise is left. So these guys switch places and then change the sign on the left. +3, -3. Alright, number 7. Which rule describes the rotation in the picture below? So here it's important to figure out which one is the pre-image. And the pre-image is the one without the apostrophes on the letters. So the pre-image is this one. It's important to know which one is the pre-image so that you can determine which direction the shape moved. So this shape went from here to here. So the letters, the letters went one quadrant over, right? And you could see this by looking at Y. Y, not just Y, you could pick any letter, I'm just picking Y. Y is at +4, +3, and Y prime is at +3, -4. So you see these two numbers, the 4 and the 3, switched places, and the one on the right became negative. So that tells you that this is a 90 degrees clockwise rotation. So that's A. Counterclockwise, if you chose B, counterclockwise would have gone this way. It would have ended up in this quadrant. 270 clockwise would have taken you all the way over here. And 180 degree rotation would have taken you 2 quadrants away. So over here. So this one is A. Okay. Number 8, write a rule that describes the rotation in the given picture on the right. So you can see here that on this picture, this is a 180 degree rotation. So all you need to say is that this is a 180 degree rotation where X and Y become the opposite sign. So X becomes -X, Y becomes -Y. This just means that they change signs. Okay? What are the coordinates of the point A after a 270, or 2 X's? 270 becomes 90, clockwise becomes counterclockwise. Rotation about the origin. So for A, a 90 degrees counterclockwise rotation, the numbers, switch places. And then you change the sign of the one on the left, however, it's 0 here, so we just have 0 and 3. Alright, last one. What are the coordinates of the point Z, -2, -3 after a 180 degree rotation? 180 degree rotation, both signs change, the numbers do not switch places, so -2, -3 becomes +2, +3, which is A. Alright guys, hopefully this helps you be successful on your quiz on Monday. Make sure to study. You can always look in your interactive notebook or in any of the other practice problems that we did. You still have your rotations packet if you want extra practice. Alright guys, have a great weekend. See you Monday.